I didn't prepare him enough to stop there.
Did you know you had to stop there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, why didn't you get the job done?
I was too late with it.
Why were you too late with it?
I wasn't thinking about it in time.
Thank you. Okay, that's all there was, okay? You were just too late with it, okay? So, your timing was off, okay? How did you like your ride?
I liked it. I felt like I needed more impulsion. I felt like we were behind the leg the entire
Yes.
time, which caused me to be long and
Yes.
lofty
Yeah.
when I needed to get more to the base of the jump.
Long and lofty on here, kind of stuttering to it.
Yes.
Okay, so now, remember the distance is created by track and momentum, okay? So, I liked your track, okay, but there's a lot of old baggage because you're worried that he's gonna drag you, so you kind of like slow down and you wanna have him a little bit slow so you can negotiate a little bit better, okay? Throw that in the garbage bin, that's a recycle bin, okay? So now, you're gonna do all of this again, but don't think about riding to the fence. Think about making your step come from leg to hand and just allowing the jump to come up. Okay, do you understand? Just allow the jump to come up. I love you counting 1, 2, 1, 2. I do that all the time. Trust me. I count 1, 2 all the time. Okay. So now count the 1, 2, but think of your leg doing 1, 2. 1, 2. So when what you're creating off your leg, you're feeling in your hand. So there is tension between the leg and hand. Positive tension between the leg and hand, okay? When the horse gets like this and you pull, it becomes negative tension. We want positive tension. You know, if I would put a spring between my hands and push, there would be positive tension because I can make it squish together and I can make it ease off a little bit. But if I take the tension away on one side, it would just go blunt.
It's like your analogy with the freight train. If I pull on him,
yes,
he's gonna want to
yank. But
if I keep him doing his
exactly.
job, keep him
Yeah.
shaped,
then
he won't have to pull on me.
Yes, exactly right.
If he tries to pull on me, he'll be like, ew,
yeah,
that's weird.
Ew, that's weird. And remember, he can only pull on you if you pull first.
Right.
Okay, go. Do it again. So I really need you to get away from this. This United States is the worst country about distance. When I first came in, Lily, I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. I never learned about a distance in Europe ever. The only thing I ever learned about is keep your track, keep your momentum. There, that's it. Keep going there, very good. Yay! Lily, other than forgetting a fence, you were brilliant. So I think she has a limited amount of memory storage. Is there a limited amount of memory storage in your brain? Because you were brilliant. You were brilliant. You remember this, but then we forgot it. Okay? Do you understand? Yeah. I didn't even notice. Okay, do it again. Okay. Very good. Do it again. Very good.
Unfortunately.
We're off.
Lily, if you keep him in front of your leg, he will jump across anytime. Now, Lily, hold on a second. Whoa, stop. Here's the next thing I want you to start thinking about, okay? When you get to the fences, as beautiful as you just did, okay? Once you know where you are, he's in front of your leg, just go like this. Soften to the fence. Don't throw him away. Because when you're right there, there's nothing you're going to do. You're not going to change anything. You understand? So then you just go, here you go, but because he will go like this and jump even rounder, okay? But then be sure you close your hip bend because he'll jump you out of the tack. Okay? Same thing again. And if possible, I know you can. I know you can do it. Now soften. is for feeder on the ground, you're riding flatward. Soften. Beautiful. Get the line in. Very good. Good there. Come on. We got the fence. We didn't get the halt. There is a storage. We got the jump, but we didn't get the halt. Okay, so Lily, you already showed me that you can do both, but we can't get it in one go around.
Just gotta get it in one over.
Okay, yeah, but you know what, Lily? That's how the real world works. Okay, that's how the real world works. You can't do 3 classes and then tell the judge to pick the best of 3.
Right.
You can't take 4 different tests and tell your teacher to say, well, you know, I did 25 good here, I did 10 good here, and I did 50 good there. Can't you add it up? It doesn't work. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, so wait, stop before you keep going. What has to change?
Well, I have to do the same thing I did, but over this job, I have to be thinking ahead to my halt early.
So is that what's missing?
It feels like when I come over this fence, I don't get ready in time to halt.
But so let me ask you this. So like, I mean, because remember I talked to you about when all 4 feet are on the ground, which is just about here, flatward start. What's going on in your head here?
For me, it's just halt. When really I should be shaping and get him to soften up for me so I can halt nicely and solidly.
Because I don't see you doing anything between here and him running through your hand to do a down transition. Okay, so now I want you to go pick up your right lead canter and halt right between. Come off the rail, halt right between those 2 poles.
Just come
Okay,
around
hold
the
on a
rail.
second, I've got a better idea.
Uh-oh.
Okay, right lead canter. This is your box, okay? So you're gonna pick up your right lead canter, and you have to hold in this box. Okay. Come around here, and you have. This is just timing, feeling, and focus and determination, okay? So you're gonna go on the rail. Remember, stay relaxed and soft with your arms, and keep giving him half halts. There. So you're going to halt inside this box. Start preparing early. With room to spare. I can't help you anymore. One go around. Okay, all of it has to happen in one go around. So now, see, everyone learns differently. Okay, I'm a totally visual learner. I cannot learn anything from reading directions. Nothing. Okay. My husband has to show it to me, then I can do it. I can't learn anything. Okay. So you have to start building anchors and bridges in your mind. Okay. Anchors are something that when you get your mind gets lost somewhere, okay, you're gonna have something to bring you back. Okay. So, and I can't tell you what that is. Like, for instance, for me, when I go into the ring, okay, when I used to compete in the 1m50 classes in the Grand Prix, okay, I had, they call it in sports psychology, they call it putting yourself into the alpha state of being, okay? So in alpha, you don't hear anything, it's you, your horse, and that's it, okay? So I used to reach down and tighten my girth, let my horse on the neck, and that triggered, and I mean, this is hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of practice, okay? That got me focused on my course, my horse, and me, okay? So that's what it was for me, okay? So, what I want you to learn a little sports psychology about this, okay? So, you're going to stand in the box, you're going to close your eyes, and you're going to visualize this whole entire
whether you are pretending or doing it. They are going to imprint it, okay? If there's a flaw in the imprinting, you're going to repeat the flaw on course, okay? So you're going to have to be damn sure when you close your eyes that you are repeating it correctly. All athletes do this. You watch the skiers, okay? They close their eyes and they go through their race course. Okay, everybody does that. Okay, everybody that is in the top levels has an anchor and a way of putting themselves there. So while you're standing in my box, okay, you're going to take yourself and break it down to as small of a detail as you possibly can break it down. Okay, so break it down. Left lead canna, shaping him to the left, coming to the little single cavaletti, eyes on the double cavaletti, keep the rhythm in front of my leg, look at the oxer, count the rhythm, land, protect the landing lead, go down to this vertical, on and on and on, okay? Do it in your own way. You do not go into the canter before you are 100% sure that you can perfectly execute what you have just done in your head. Okay? I don't care if you stand here for half an hour. Okay? And you're better off, just that one. You're better off taking more time than less time. Okay, I have a question, simple question. Why did you let him walk out to the side instead of straight ahead?
There was really no particular reason why I did. I wasn't thinking about it very much.
Okay. All right. That was pretty good. So you're still losing. You still need. You're at 80% commitment, not 100% commitment. Okay? And I'll tell you why. Okay? Because it's still totally okay for you to punch through this wall. Okay? Totally okay for you. I think you did a brilliant job, especially because you got lofty and long here. Okay? So now, pick up your right leg. Cannot jump this. Turn around and jump it again, and you're gonna hold in this gap. You're gonna halt right there, okay? You're just gonna do that. No, don't do the vertical over here. You're gonna do that vertical, turn left and come up and halt in front of me.
So don't jump it back?
Yes, jump it back, honey. Yeah, jump it up this way. And halt. I'm gonna roll my eyes. I'm gonna sigh and I'm gonna roll my eyes. Lily. Lily, you're gonna come and live with me for a month. Lily. I don't know what to say. I really just don't know what to say. Lily, you have the power, the knowledge, and ability to do it. But you are not determined, neither are you accurate. You understand? Look at, you did the same thing now that I stood there. Did you think I was going to move? Hell no. Okay, you know me well enough by now that I'm not going to budge. Okay, but you did the same thing in the box. You had as much room to spare in the box as you had to spare with me standing there. Okay, now what is it that you can do it there, you can do it with me standing here, but you can't do it on your own? That's your missing link, honey. Do you understand? We gotta find the missing link. You take the car to the mechanic, okay? Because the mechanic's gotta figure out what the missing link is. But if the water pump's broken and he fixes the right rear tire, it isn't gonna help it. Do you understand? So we gotta figure out what is broken here, what is not working. It can't possibly be your aids. It can't possibly be your knowledge. It can't absolutely not be your horse. What is missing? The determination to get it done. You're wishy-washy, wishy-scanny, wishy-washy. You're not determined, okay? And I don't have that, okay? If I want my horse to stop here, I will fight whatever it takes to make him stop here. Do you understand that? But you already can do it politely, nice, and awesome, okay? So that's what we gotta latch onto. That's what we gotta hold. That Lily, okay? And this is just one exercise that's pointing it out. That is one of your biggest problems. Do you understand? You need to be more educated. You're a phenomenal student, Lily, okay? You're one of the best students, okay? Because you want it, you seek knowledge, you read, you can give me the answers back, you're very bright, you're putting all of it together, okay? But you don't really, in the middle of your heart, believe that you're worthy and that you deserve it. Do you understand that? And that to me is a little lack of self-confidence, okay? I'm going to teach you self-confidence on this horse. Do you understand? You got to want it so bad that it hurts. And you got to believe that Lily, can do this, okay? Because I already know you can. But you can only do it if I threaten you and if I threaten you. I don't want to have to threaten you. You knew I wasn't going to move. You knew that you'd get yelled at with no belief if you would run from that box. And Klaus goes, okay, I'll do it. Do you understand? You gave him all the appropriate information. He gave you the correct answer, and we had a beautiful night. Okay, now, do I have to stand here? Are you sure? Thank you. Yes, honey. Do the same thing you just did without me standing.
Mein Name ist Klaus.
Ja, klar. Ich habe Ihnen den Namen Klaus aber gegeben. Ich habe einen Klaus, einen Felix, einen Maximilian, eine Cora.
Den Maximilian habe ich auf dem Internet gesehen. Klaus.
Pet it. Pet yourself. Lily.
So Lily, what made it happen?
I imagined you standing there.
You're so smart.
Am I gonna have to live with you? I don't care. If that's what it takes, I'm perfectly glad to stay there in your memory. Do you understand that? Because that's what I was talking about earlier. Whatever it takes to get the job done. And if I'm such a frightening person, then you're gonna make sure that that's gonna I'll be in your dream. Do you understand that? No problem at all. Because that is you latching onto what makes it happen. Do you understand? That's you latching onto what makes the thing happen. So Lily, here's your challenge. Do you think we can do the whole thing without missing the jump and halting right there?
I love the challenge.
So, to me, the answer to me out of self-confidence would be absolutely.
Absolutely.
Being up to the challenge, to me, that still sounds like you're not quite sure whether you're going to be able to do it.
I can do it.
Okay, do it. Do it. Yes, lots of detail.
Ja, Moment, ich bin kaum die Beine hoch.
Ja.
Kaum.
Aber ich weiß, das ist ja gut. Thank you, ma'am. Now, Lily, it's really important for me that you understand you already possess all the knowledge and all the tools and all the ability. Okay, what did we add to that?
We had the self-confidence.
Yes. Lily, the first thing that I learned from my first instructor in Germany is throw your heart ahead and your horse will follow. If you do not believe that you can get it done, your horse will never believe that it'll happen, okay? Part of that is simply because of their DNA, okay? They are herd animals, they will follow the leader. All herd animals have an alpha leader, do you understand? They will follow, the alpha leader says, we're out of here, everybody's gonna follow. They don't even think and they don't even ask, okay? If the alpha leader gets wishy-washy, everybody gets unsure, and in the real world of horses in a herd, that alpha leader isn't going to stay alpha leader very long, okay? That's what happened. That's why you called me. That's why your mom called me, okay? Because Klaus started taking over because you were wishy-washy, didn't have enough knowledge and information, so he made himself into alpha and told you what he would like to do. Okay, so now, with me writing him, teaching you, giving you tools, giving you self-confidence, we're making you back into alpha again. Can you feel that?
Yes.
Totally.
And that last time I felt like it was, I had complete control, and when
Yes.
I said, I want you to move up, and I want you to take this distance,
Yes.
he was like, okay. And when I said, I want you to stand here and pat the ground and jump over my keeper distance, he said, okay, we can
Yes.
do that too.
Yes,
He didn't
absolutely.
He didn't drag me to it or just add something about
Exactly. So, do you understand what we did to get there?
Yes.
Okay, so now I want you to pick up your reins. And so now here's something that I do, and that this is something we do a lot in Germany, and I do with my horses, okay? After we do a little jumping session, we go back to doing flat work, okay? Because a lot of times in the jumping sessions, especially, you know, when I used to do the bigger jumps, you know, the Grand Prix and the 1 meter 40, 50 classes, okay? You will lose a little bit of the brilliance of the flat work just in the heat of the battle of getting the job done in the ring. Like, I'll walk out of the ring and go in the warm-up area and I'll flat my horse again, okay? Because I want to bring him back to 100% and back to, yeah, I know we got a little stiff in that corner, but look, we can bend, okay? So I want you to go back to putting him in the bridle, asking him to do, like what we started with.
Little extension, little collection, really bend him, pick up the canter. But I don't want to have to hand feed you, okay? You have been here Wednesday, Thursday, today is Friday. We've got 2 more days, okay? Do you feel like you have enough information and knowledge so you can put a pattern and a concept together without me hand feeding you?
Yes.
Okay, please do that. The biggest requirement is accuracy, okay? Accuracy comes from you in your mind having a conception of what it is you want him to do, putting your eye exactly onto that, and then asking him to have his body follow that, okay? And so we worked on extensions, collections, bending, counter bending, canter, counter canter, soft, okay? That's all we did. And so Lily, you gotta bend him a little bit. You gotta get him a little bit more bent, okay?
Yeah. I was just like all the folds on the outside.
Very good.
Like the pink folds can go into the middle. Because I can't drag. This one goes
Good
on the
girl.
outside. The blue one can go on the inside as well.
Lily, you want 100% in everything you do. So 100% in bending. Okay, now bend him a little bit more left. Lily, now you're gonna need less aids, okay? The more fine-tuned you get, the more in sync you are going to be with your horse, the less aid you're going to need. The less it's gonna take to get the job done. That's just the nature of that, okay? Yeah, too much again. And Lily, bend him a little bit more. Bend it. Bend it. There you go. So Lily, when you go back from jumping to flat work again, bending, bending. So I would make a circle somewhere. And bending is always through the rib cage. Okay, there you go. Now feel him softening? Good. Because a lot of times the horses think, oh jump, oh jump, oh jump, okay? So we want them to think flat work again. We want them to think back on the flat work again. Very good. Beautiful. There. Very good. Now can you feel how it's all settling down? Yes. Because you put a bend back into his body again. You're bending him through his rib cage. Your hand's telling him where to go. And he's going, oh, okay. See how soft and smooth it is again? Yeah. Inside leg, beautiful, Lily. Inside leg to outside rein. Very good job. Excellent job. Very good job. There, perfect, Lily. Lily, your outside rein is a little too floppy. You're not in an under saddle class. Good girl. Beautiful, Lily. So Lily, did you just figure out that more bending gives you more control? Yeah. Good girl. Very good. Super. Excellent. Excellent, Lily. Lily, feel him settling down to your dance card again? Yes. So Lily, right there, when he thinks that he should canter, it always kind of happens on the same spot, right? I think your outside leg is a little too active because it kind of is when you start changing direction. Remember your outside, right there, the same thing again. Did you feel it? Yeah. So Lily, open your outside rein a little bit, outside hand to the outside, and add your inside leg. And remember, the outside leg is only going to be there to catch the haunches. There, feel the difference?
Yeah.
Ja, ich war gerade noch ein bisschen am Drücken.
Yeah. Lily, understand Symphony of Eights? Remember Symphony of Eights? That's what this is, okay? You're going to need a little more. There you go. Now change your direction again. Do inside leg to outside rein, but no outside leg. The outside leg only guards the haunches. It catches the haunches from falling out. There you go. Very good. Don't you think he's cool?
It's great. want to talk. You know,
Yeah, I know. But he, I mean, he has such a huge amount of growth. It's unbelievable. Of course, has so much growth. Beautiful. So, Lily, you have to start getting married to top quality. Does that make sense? We have to go, we have to understand what does quality look like, what does quality feel like, okay? There, very good. Very good. Beautiful. Lily, can you feel if your aides get a little uncoordinated? He goes, oop, oop, oop.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. So Lily, that's good because he'll let you know when you're not doing it right, okay? Yeah. Very good, Lily. Perfect. There, beautiful. So Lily, can you feel when it goes, you guys being a little antagonistic to you guys being in sync?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's what we want. We want in sync, always. And it is always the rider's responsibility to bring the horse in sync with the rider. It's never the other way around, okay? Always rider responsibility, good girl, to put him in sync with the horse. Lily, are you happy with that?
Yes.
Good. Now try to cross the diagonal. Take your energy out of your leg, say whoa, and ask him to walk. Oh, look at that. Good. Now pat him. That's good. That's enough. Very good.
Can I ask you a question really
Yes.
fast? So he gets bad spur ups. So can I tomorrow put on a belly band that prevents spur
Yeah,
ups?
but you know what? You can. I mean, I rode him without spurs this morning. I forgot to put them on. I rode him without spurs this morning. But, yes. Yeah. You can put a belly band on him, but if you get him to where he gets listening more to your leg, you don't even need to ride him with spurs. And the other thing you can actually do too, Lily, is just carry a little stick.
Okay.
Okay? Just carry a little stick and tap him with your stick. Okay?
And wouldn't that work on more like being more reactive and more sharp with his transitions instead of having to drag him through the transition?
Yes. But see, you can use your stick like this, and you can use your stick like this.
Yeah, you can tap.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say, hey buddy, or you can say, hey buddy, okay? The stick is just an artificial aid, okay? You can,
Treat it however you need to.
yes,
use it.
you can treat it however you need it, okay? And the other thing too, Lily, is ask once polite, then this, okay? You do a little bit of this.
Until he gets jolted and doesn't
Yes.
care about it.
Exactly. Okay. Do ask once polite, then there's a consequence. Once polite, then there's a consequence. It doesn't matter which part of your aids and which part of the box it is, okay? If I give him a half halt and he doesn't listen, my next half halt is tenfold in intensity to the first half halt. If he doesn't listen to that, my next half halt is 50-fold in comparison to the first half halt. Does that make sense?
That was in Rich Feller's article that he always uses a stick and not spurs.
Yes.
So that when the horse, if he asks and he doesn't get a result,
Yeah.
he says, well, you're going to
Yeah.
give me a result.
Yeah, that's it. He's exactly right. You're 100% right, okay? And you make the horses dull by nagging. And I think where you got a little bit in trouble is because when you ask, you got a stiff runaway horse, so you kind of you don't really want to ask because he got stiff and he got like this, and then you couldn't bring him back to you. But now that you have the tools to keep him soft and supple and he's listening to you, you can ask a little bit more because you can say, hey buddy, come here, you got to get here. The biggest thing, Lily, is, and that's why I think you need a little more hand holding at the moment, is that you need to be accurate. You need to really bend him through the ribcage. That is your alpha and omega for riding the European horses, is bending him to the ribcage, bending them to the ribcage, bending them to the ribcage. Because if you can make this part of his body bend, that puts you in control of his body. Does that make sense? Okay, any other questions?
No.
No, okay. Okay, how do you feel?
I feel really good.
Okay,
Actually, I do have a question.
yes,
When you had him, did he get cast in the stall?
never.
Because at our house, he always gets cast.
I've never been cast at my horse. What kind of stalls do you have? What do you have?
It's got a big stall.
Barn master.
We put him in the
Metal.
small stall and he got cast. And we put him in the big like birthing stall and he still got cast. Like he just kicked the crap out of the wall and we weren't
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know where that's coming from because Shannon said he's done that too. He's never done that. I mean, I've never had him do that. But I
We
mean,
do bank now for him.
banks
We
and-
bank.
yeah, I mean, my stalls are all banked up.
So we bank up
Yeah.
pretty high for him,
Yeah.
and that takes care of it.
My stalls are all. I mean, he's always the stall he's been in. They're always banked up
so
really
we bank
high.
him up pretty
Yeah.
high. He's a big guy, so
Yeah.
we bank him up pretty
Yeah,
high,
I
and
mean
that takes care of it.
that's. I mean, my horses, my stalls are always banked up really high on the side. But my horses are like right now. They go out at 7 o'clock in the morning into the grass fields, and they come in at 7 o'clock at night. You know, and we go right them in between. And then in the summertime, they stay in. They go out at 6 o'clock at night and come in at 9 o'clock in the morning. So mine spend a hell of a lot of time outside. But even even at the horse show, he's a freaking pig.
Yeah.
He's an absolute pig. You know, I mean, there's a little bit of a swine in there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a total pig. I mean, if he can get green in the inside of his ears, he will.
Yeah.
On his eyelashes, I mean, he's just a pig. But even in the horse shows, in the tent stalls, never been cast. Never had any problem having him cast.
No, it's awesome.
Once we started
Maybe I get
Yeah,
cancer, then I come back
he'll be
out.
That would be
really great. I mean,